This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Okay, since you got ahead of me a little bit here, you didn't realize it, obviously. The next thing that the NFL teams now are thinking about is selling the outside. So you can't have fans in the stadium, but you have like what Hard Rock's doing now. They have that giant screen outside. So they were selling the movies, and they had special couches that were separated from each other, and they sold it because you had the drive-in, and then you had the outside. So they had two different levels that they were selling.
Double Maya.
So they're thinking now that because they have the grounds, they can have TVs, and they can allow a certain amount of people in to tailgate, watch the game, and cheer. And I'm thinking about this, and they're going to be able to sell concessions. They're going to be able to sell beer. They're going to be able to sell food. All of that because people will be there all day watching the games.
All those rickshaws they had that run people can now run food and drinks to people.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
And so Hard Rock could do that, and they could actually allow, 15,000 people in the entire property and split it up and have different big screens all over. So you have multiple. And here's the other thing that I was thinking about. It's not quite the same, ladies and gentlemen, but think about this. Okay, so you don't watch the game at home, but you go with your family and you go barbecue. You got the big screen. The next car of people is 15 feet away. You know what I mean? 15 feet away, 15 feet away, 15 feet away. So you've got your own space. You guys get to cheer and high five and talk and all that, and stay in your spot, watch the game, cheer on your team. And you know what? The football team, while they're, at least for home games, when they're there, the people on the outside cheering, at least they'll be able to feel the cheering. And it won't be as loud because you're not inside the stadium right on their faces and cheering. But the fact that you do score a touchdown, it's being filmed, you're on live TV, and then you hear your fans on the periphery yelling. That kind of picks you up a little bit.
Connect because a lot of players have said, not playing with that gives us that extra little juice, gives us that oomph to go.
That connection, I think, it's not perfect because again, ladies and gentlemen, nothing we're doing in life is perfect right now. Okay. We had our lives altered a few months ago. Now we have to adjust a little bit until we can get back to normal again.
We're trying to adapt.
And
create the best scenario that we can.
Right. And so, hey, UM, if they do play, UM is playing FSU inside that stadium. You get to hang out outside with a couple of friends of yours, family members. You have a little cookout. You have your beers. You watch the game off the big giant screen at the stadium. You're not inside, but you still get a feel. It's still a football Saturday, a football Sunday, and you still at least have some semblance of normalcy because you're at a stadium. Your team is literally playing inside. You are watching it. It is a football Saturday and Sunday. You're not exactly connected like normal, but there's still something there. And I find that to be pretty cool. Hey, and you know what? When the team is done and they shower, maybe they do like a little victory parade drive around the stadium and fans can cheer them on. And fans can say, hey, all right, we won. We kicked the Jets' ass. We kicked Patriots. And that kind of stuff. That would be pretty cool. That wouldn't be a bad thing.
You'll have a victory parade.
Yeah, just as they're leaving, it's one of those as they're leaving, fans hang around, they cheer on their team, boom, they leave, and that's it. No high fives, no connections in that sense. Let's not get anybody sick, none of that stuff, but let's, maybe, look, again, we're not in a norm, man. You know what I mean? I tell you this all the time, dude. We've been blessed that we've been able to work through a pandemic. There's a lot of people that aren't working. They're making no money whatsoever. You know what I mean? And so we're blessed. And if you can at least be in the stadium outside the stadium.
Get some semblance of normal.
You know, be blessed, man. You know, when I get home and I'm able to watch some live concerts or music that people are playing from their homes or studios, I feel blessed. You know what I mean? So it's all right. If I'm stuck home and I'm quarantined, I'm with my wife, I'm with my daughter, I'm with my 4 dogs. I'm blessed, bro. I mean, we can't look. You can't sit in life and complain about everything. Okay, you got to try to make it the best of what it is. And Tom Garfinkel's already done that with the drive-in and all that. I would not be surprised that if they get to the point that they can sell the outside, I think that would be fantastic. And maybe you have a lottery system that you can only allow 1,000 fans in or 5,000 fans in, and then, you know, it's a little bit of a two-tier type of thing. Who knows?
You'd have to put X amount of people in an area, and this group is in this area. Because you know as well as I do. I see the scenario. People having some drinks, people getting loose, people doing the irresponsible and go wandering, and then there you are. So you'll have to have it. You know, you get your area. This is your area.
George says, Big O, won't there be a lag between parking lot video and the play in the stadium? In other words, will the crowd be cheering "whoa" when the play happens? It could, you know, George, that might happen. Or Tom Garfinkel's pretty smart, and what they'll do is they'll grab the live feed from the stadium and put it outside. And then that way you're right on live time. They could do that if they want. Now, if they feed you like they do in the stadium normally, the signal from the TV station, that it's coming back from the satellite, then yes, you are correct. Then there might be a delay. But if they can somehow give you the live feed that they're sending to the satellite, which I think is possible, okay? I'm not Mr. Technicality here, but I've been in the business long enough that maybe I think that's possible, that you can actually send that signal right directly right around your stadium, because you're controlling it. You know what I mean? So there's a possibility that you could be live the second it's happening. You know what I mean?
You know what I could see,
Yeah.
Because
but again, you know what, George? Even if it's a couple seconds, again, my brother, we have to adjust, and we at least enjoy the moment. You know what I mean? I got to tell you something. I don't mind being home watching the games, but if they do that, I wouldn't mind doing it once during the season just to experience it, to see how it is and all that. That'd be pretty cool. I don't think it would be a bad thing. Let me give Richard McLean, because he's given us some love on the Super Chat. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate you, my man.
What's going on in there?
Super Chat.
Excuse me a second. What are you babbling about?
Super Chat. Super Chat.
We'll all
Super Chat.
It'll be anarchy. It's out of my hands.
Thank you, Richard. Appreciate you, my brother, giving us a little love on the Super Chat. Tremolio says, I'm hearing that the NFL, to create extra revenue, will have male and female nude cheerleaders during the game, but through pay-per-view. I subscribed. Yeah, there you go. That makes a lot of sense.
you know what I could see?
I can see that.
Everybody hanging around the stadium. We beat the Jets. And here is the Randy Moss mooning exchange, i.e. Minnesota, Green Bay, and the visiting team moons the fans, and the fans moon back the visiting team leaving the stadium.
You all can moon, okay? You all can moon. Just don't fart, because, you know, there's possibility you can spread COVID through farting.
Oh, that's right.
So be careful there. Big O, I'm blessed to have a roof over my head with electricity, food in the fridge. I most always remember this. That's right, Richard. That's the way you got to look at it, man. That's the way you got to look at it. You know, George says, I hear you, Big O. I agree. We take what we can get and be happy. Exactly.
Yeah, our standards have got to be brought down to a level that is realistic right now.
It's about making the best of this of whatever situation you're in right now. That's really what it's all about, and there's nothing wrong with that, man. I think that's something that you should do in life, period. You know what I mean? Whether you're at work, whether you're at home, whether you're in a sporting event, whatever you're dealing with, you got to try to make the best of it. You know what I mean? Sitting and complaining all the time, all you're doing is you're just wasting your time, bro. Just wasting your time. You got to find a way to make it better, find a way to overcome, And these are things that have developed now that I think it's kind of interesting. Look, yesterday I was talking about it. The concert that the Revivalists are doing at that place in California. I think that's freaking awesome, dude. Oh no, I'm sorry. The Revivalists are doing it in New Orleans, the drive-in. It's Kenny Loggins that's doing the one at in California. And by the way, thank you to Kenny Loggins, a new follower on the Twitter. So that was nice. Kenny Loggins doing that, and that's
you know who it is?
That's adjusting to what's going on now. That, hey, those of us that love music, you might be able to go to a drive-in.
It's Third Eye Blind in California that's doing we heard about it first, right? In California, Third Eye Blind doing the drive-in thing.
Doing a drive-in thing,
in
yes.
July, right?
Yes, in July.
That was last week.
Right, and then the Revivalists are doing it now in New Orleans, and then Kenny Loggins is doing one where he's at a theater. Nobody will be there, but it'll all be sold $15 a ticket so you can watch the entire performance. You know what I mean? And the proceeds go to help out these venues. But that's kind of the way we have to adjust right now. You know? And hey, I would love to be in the front cheering and watching a concert and having some fun, but if I have to go to a drive-in and I can sit on the hood or whatever, or put out a lawn chair and watch it from a little bit of a distance, then hey man, I'll take it. I'll adjust. And if I can go to Hard Rock Stadium, which, by the way, Hard Rock Stadium is super comfortable. So it's actually a pretty cool place now. Outside, I'm saying. We know inside it's badass, but I mean, Garfinkel and company have made that place gorgeous on the outside. So you go out there to go hang out, you can have a good time and watch the game. Hey, man, the new norm, adjust a little bit.